Oh man, how the hell did we wind up in this place? In today's video, I'm going to be going over what happens when you get blacklisted by your merchant account. It may not be exactly like going to prison, but it really sucks. Stay tuned. All right, I'm getting out. It was a big misunderstanding. They thought I was some guy named Mike Randall. Anyways, getting blacklisted by your merchant account is a very bad thing. For those of you who have businesses and take credit cards, you have to have a credit card merchant account to do your credit card processing. Well, if you break some rules or do some things that are on the no-no list, your credit card processor will blacklist you and you will be basically unable to accept credit cards for 5 years. You get put on a list and it's not something you want to have happen. The name of this list is called the Match List. It was created by MasterCard to keep an accountant of all the bad actors. Basically, if you do something like commit fraud with your merchant account, sell contraband with your merchant account, excessive chargebacks, collusion, the list goes on. If you do these things, you will then be put on this list. And now everybody that's even involved with you, business partners, other businesses that you may be involved in, you will now be blacklisted and unable to get credit card processing for 5 years. This is basically the punishment that they serve to you. Now, there are ways of trying to fight it, but it's very hard and very lengthy. Now we're going to talk about chargebacks. For those of you that don't know, you can do a chargeback with your credit card company if you purchase something with your credit card and you are defrauded, ripped off, or the company didn't make good on what they said they were going to, or you didn't receive an item at all. Chargebacks are basically your protection when it comes to buying things using your credit card. There's a limited time for you to be able to do this. I believe it's 120 days. So if you're thinking of doing a chargeback on something, don't wait. Do it immediately, because after that time goes by, that window closes and you've got to live with the money that you lost. When a chargeback takes place, especially when it's involving a credit repair service, the customer will call their bank, and then the bank will then take the money that they sent and take it back. Now, because it's dealing with credit repair, the bank always sides 9 times out of 10 with the customer. So now the person or the credit repair company now has a debt for the money that was taken if the money wasn't there when the chargeback took place. So as chargebacks happen, the debt keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger on their side. I'm sure that one of the reasons that Mike's wife owned Wholesale Trade Lines is because he's probably been in trouble before and he couldn't get a credit card processor himself. So they used her instead. That's definitely a tactic to try to get around being on the blacklist. Now, there's some merchants out there that may have been placed on this list by mistake, because there are no checks and balances when it comes to this blacklist. They don't investigate, they just boom, blacklist you. So what you can do is you can contact the bank that put you on the blacklist and try to explain your situation. And hopefully they will understand and remove you. They are the only people who can remove you, are the people that put you on the list, are the only people who can take you off of it. If you're trying to get yourself removed off this list, expect to get the runaround and talk to a bunch of different people before you find somebody who can actually help you. Because this is not a criminal charge. The onus is on you to prove your innocence. So you must have documentation and evidence proving you were put on there by mistake. I'm going to put a link in the description explaining some of the things you'll need to do if you were put on this list by mistake. I hope you guys found this informative. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Crusader out.